And hello! Welcome to EC Learn Along. Yeah, look at that. Well, last video, we looked at enrollment. No, we did look at enrollment restrictions. Corporate identifiers. There we go. And then we kind of dipped into autopilot too. So I did make a mistake with the autopilot. The more I read, it's not even called autopilot. Device preparation. There we go. So I was under the assumption that the settings for apps would just only install this app during that process. I was incorrect. It is only monitored. So, yeah. So I ran this device through the process again. Excuse me. And that seems to be correct because all apps got installed that were assigned to all devices are targeted to this group. So that's what I saw. But anyhow, we're going to jump back and look at another way to secure these desktops and have a backup. And we're going to look at all devices. Yeah, laps. So I think earlier, several videos ago, we already enabled this. And then we turned this off for registering local or users as local admins. So yeah, we're going to look at laps and some laps policies. So we already do have a policy for laps under endpoint security under baselines. See if they'll load and get us there. And it's the backup directory, backup password to Azure AD. Excuse me. So we got that. I need to look at this. Oh, and my theme thing did work. So yeah, man, everything's kicking on all cylinders. So I got a script and remediation, platform script, set the theme to a dark theme, but it is a current user type setup. So it did not work with traditional autopilot, but it did work with this new one. So good to know. Now I know. Yeah, so I'll keep that in mind. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and rename this. That way I can track this for my benefit. There we go. That's for me. So what are we doing again? Labs. Got it. All right, so if we look, our admin account is disabled. We do have a admin account that was created when we did the device registration. All I did was reset the box back to out experience using sysprep and deleted the device out of the tenant and just ran this through autopilot 2 or oh my goodness, draw blanks. Device preparation policies. There we go. But we want to get this local admin account going. So I got 2 devices. One where I kind of already played around with laps. That weird. Okay, okay. And I cannot disable this. No, because I was playing around with labs. So we're going to kind of look at both of them. I need to figure out what device this is. Probably tells me right here. Nope. So this one is U8. So we're going to create a lapse policy. I'm going to keep it over here under endpoint security and keep all this stuff organized. And what I can do over here should be under account protection. And there we go. And we're going to create a lapse policy. Account protection dash lapse. So the backup directory is already set. It won't kill it to set it in here. If you change it to something different, since I have the baseline scope to all devices, you'll probably get a conflict. But setting it the same thing probably won't hurt. Password age days, we'll leave it to default 30. Complexity, we'll use this improved reliability. Password length, we'll set it to 15. Post authentication action. Reset password, reset password, reset password. Reset the password and log off managed account. This is the default. So we'll use the default. We'll set it to 0. So hopefully after 30 days only, we will get that action. And we will not enable automatic management, automatic account management. So it took me a while to figure this out, but the account, administrator account name, this is the name of the admin account that you want to target. Groups, administrators. I don't see the need to have multiple admin accounts since you can only have labs for one account anyway. And I wouldn't see why to break it up. And we'll look at that. So we'll save this policy. We'll assign it to all devices. We'll hit save. And what was it, U8? We should already have a password for U8 based on the initial policy we had from security baseline. Yep. All right, so let's just sync this device. Settings. And what we're going to do is, since we upped it and got a policy, we are going to clear this key. It's going to be a lot of waiting in this video for sure. All right, looks like it finished. Let's go ahead and rotate that key. And I think by default, if you don't put anything in that account name, it will automatically target um, the local account. All right, so it completed. Refresh. And let's sync one more time. Pretty sure it does the local account by default. Device, endpoint security, account protection. Oh, did I not create the policy? I did not create the policy. Okay. Welp. Account protection. Finish lapse. I don't know what I was doing, I guess. 30. This is the one I wanted to look at. There we go. We'll target the built-in. Man, I can't believe I didn't create that policy. Password length, maybe 15. Default 0. Next. All devices. All right, it's saved now. I swear, we did this earlier. Wasting time. All right, so now we have a policy. We're able to rotate passwords. So we should be able to get a 15 character password. U8. Let's look at laps again. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So it looks like it's 14 by default. Pretty sure I can count. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Got it. All right, so let's try that again. clicked on that. All right, so it's complete. It's pretty quick. Let's look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now we have 15. Let's refresh. But our local admin account, again, if you don't specify anything, that's what's being targeted, is not enabled. So that does us no good. We have a password, but if something happens, you can't get in there to enable the account. Someone will have to know this account, which is me, and if something happens to me, you're not getting in that device. So how can we fix that? Well, let's look at doing that through a policy. Yes. And we'll do it through our Win10 policy, or sorry, 111. Edit. So we need to enable admin account, and we need to, and we could rename it if we wanted to. All right, that way everybody doesn't know the admin. So we can do EUC learn along dash admin, and we want to enable. So this will rename that admin account. All right, and let's sync again. So you need a way to enable that account. You can do it via script, or you can just do it through a policy. All up to you. All right, so that finished. Not sure. Oh, okay, so that was pretty quick. So our built-in account, our admin account, was renamed and enabled. And we had those 15 carriers. So I should be able to log in. I'm fairly confident that I'll be able to log in. I guess we need to test. Sure. Why not? Just to verify, right? U8. Was it U8? U8. Got it. All right, so we did EUC learn along dash admin and local password. All right, so we did rename it with the policy. The account name still shows as administrator, so that may confuse someone, your support team. Should have put on my glasses. And there we go. I can log in. But again, this is kind of confusing with the account name. Maybe I'll cycle it again and see if the name changes. If not, then that could be confusing. Here, we'll do that. I'll close that. I'll go back to, and we will rotate. Excuse me. Still pending. I guess we need to be patient. Not a patient person. Seems to be a lot going on this machine. So maybe that's why this is taking a little bit longer. Take your time. Still pending. Still pending. All right, I would assume it would still change if I'm logged in, and then it would boot me out. All right, well, I'm not going to wait on that. But we'll sign out, and then we'll look at the rest of what I wanted to dig into. Actions. There we go. User. Microsoft.com. What was I looking at? Oh yeah, here we go. Let's go back to our policy. Endpoint security. Lapse. All right, so we have all this, but I want to look at a different piece. Let's go back to devices, and I'm going to remove these settings that we have. Configuration, nope. What was it, U8? All right, so it completed just in time, I guess. And we want to sync. Network counts. Right, so we removed our policies from 111. We left the account as is, or I take that back. The policy for lapse as is. Let's do a refresh. All right, so the rename we had and the enable has gone away. All right, so that's looking at scope number one. So let's go back to our policy and let's look at this automatic account management. Target account will not be automatically managed. We want to manage it. The target account will be disabled. We want it enabled. And I think this only works for a certain OS version. I think you have to have the later versions of 111, but I gotta double check that. So we got the account that will be managed. It's enabled. The name of the target account will not use. Well, let's randomize it. Oh, that's what I wanted to check. Man, let's see. So it did update. So we just needed to wait for that rotation to happen. But it would have updated. And if we changed it later on, if we were using that same method, the name right here really doesn't affect us, but it will update on that next cycle. So I knew I was doing something for a reason. All right, so we're going back to managed accounts. It is enabled. It will be managed. The name of the card account will not. Let's randomize the suffix. That's the ending. So we can do the built-in administrator account, or we can do a custom administrator account. So let's do that. Automatic managed account name or prefix. So we got the suffix. Let's do the prefix. So UC learn along -admin, and we'll have a dash, and hopefully we should have some random numbers afterward. Next, save. Awesome. So this way we have everything in a single pane of glass. We got the enablement, we got the account name, all those pieces. That way we don't have to have separate policies. Um, but you could build a policy that has all this in here, but I want everything under security, under endpoint security. So again, I want everything centralized, easy. I know where to go to. If it's security related, hardening or anything like that, I can just come over here to endpoint management or endpoint security. So we have that. Let's sync the device again. And hopefully we get our new account. It's enabled, and we'll have to rotate the password for that to show the updated account name and so forth. I'm glad I remembered that. All right, so it finished. Refresh. Count. Let's cycle this again. Yes. All right, it completed. And there we go. So this sync, you need to be mindful if you're testing this out. Or, sorry, this rotate. So right when we rotated out of the built-in, we got our new managed account. So we are no longer touching the built-in account. We got our managed account over here. It's got a randomized suffix. If we go to local password, we should see that. Yeah. That's kind of long for me. I wouldn't choose that in production. And then we got our password. Let's see if we do it again. Oops. And see the randomized username. Yes. Pending. Let's refresh as this goes. There it is again. You saw the number change? I did. So that's pretty cool. Can we go back? Can we turn this off and go back to our local admin account? Let's see. Save. Save. Edit. All right, and let's rotate you again. All right, so it completed. Let's see. Oh, oops. So I need to sync that. Need to make sure I get the policies updated. And I'll post in the blog, whatever you want to call it, the managed password and account, managed account for Laps, and see what that works for. I think it is just 24H2, but I can't remember. All right, let's go back to overview. Let's rotate you one more time. And hopefully it takes this account off and we go back to administrator. It does. Cool. Yes. So I'm gonna try one more thing. Let's mess with the built-in account. We will not rename it. The name is manage. All right, so the target account will be managed. It will be enabled. We're not adding any type of suffix to it. And we're got it pointed to the built-in administrator account. All right, next, save. Let's sync. And hopefully our built-in account is enabled. All right, let's do a refresh. It is not enabled. Let's try one more sync. While that's going, I'm gonna look at this policy one more time. All right, let's refresh one more time. All right, so this setup isn't enabling it. Let's give it a name. UC learn long dash admin, and see if that does it. So wasn't working before, but we added a name. Hopefully, no, it's not doing anything. Do we need to rotate this key? Let's try doing that. Yeah, we did see with the managed account when we rotated the key, it did everything. Hopefully that's all we needed. And it was. Let's change it back because I lied here. And we'll hit save. So with the managed account, the rotation of the key is a key component when testing. Next, save. Let's go back and let's do it again. So that's good to know. Rotate the key when you're messing with the managed account. Got it. All right, refresh. Can we change it back to administrator? Oh, you know what? I didn't see. It's a lot going on. Not really. Maybe I'm just dumb. All right, so again, we remove the name. Hopefully when we rotate the key after this finishes, it'll go back to the original name. Maybe not. That's why we're testing. Rotate. Yes. Complete. Refresh. WLapse admin. All right, so that is the default name, I guess, when you don't assign it a name. So that's good to know. So let's remove all of this. Save, save. Sync. And let's see if it goes back to admin. Versus saying this account is currently being managed. Let's see if it goes back to built-in. I would think it would. So we still got the policy applied. Don't have BitLocker yet. We'll get there though. All right, so it said finished. So it did go back to administrator. Nice. And it does say built-in account. And the account is enabled. Can I disable it? No. And we don't have a policy pushed to it. So we can kind of see the ins and outs messing with Laps, with the built-in account and the managed accounts. But yeah, it does some things. So this account is no longer disabled. It is enabled. And let's go to here. Yep. So it looks like if you use a managed account and you go back to using the built-in account, it looks like it doesn't disable the account anymore. So just something to be notified of or aware of. Excuse me. But that's pretty cool. And I guess if you have problems using the built-in account and you want to use a managed account, again, you just come over here, configuration, oops. We can edit, add the policy. Admin with this local policy. Enable. So we want to disable. Save. Refresh for our last test. And hopefully it will disable our admin account. I'm more of a verify person. I like to see things in action. All right, so toggle back. And now it's disabled. So there we go. All right, so we kind of went way in depth with endpoint security and using account protection with LAPS. Different ways to, I guess, cut the butter, cut the cheese, whatever you want to call it. I like having everything, again, in that single pane. So I'd rather have a managed account. Probably wouldn't mess with the built-in administrator. Just have that randomized extra account, and then when you remove it, it's gone. So not touching anything that was built into the machine. Or you can go the other route and choose the built-in administrator. But anyhow, now we know LAPS. All right. Hope you learned something.